right, I I done did everything I possibly could, dude. And okay, tired. It's late. So, what do you think? All right, let's see what we got. Oh, Shattercock got full Johnny's on. And I'm tired. It's been a long day. So, I talked to you guys earlier today about this particular base. All right, this is the base that came from, of course, you already know, Temu. All right, so my thing was, since I had it here, I was going to try everything I possibly could to see what works and what don't works. Okay. And that's my thing. I have to keep doing that for y'all. All right, so what I did is I had an Aguilar preamp that went in here, but the Aggie didn't work because my pots was wrong. So that's probably why I was sitting on the user shift, and I didn't have any extra pots to put in it. So that's a scratch. All right, so I had another Tone Monster, used Tone Monster in here that I doctored on, and it came back to working. And I put the Tone Monster in here with the same pickups. All right, here's something you need to know. You have to ground this thing out. Shield it because it comes unshielded. You saw that earlier today that it didn't have no shield in it. It really didn't need any because it was Act-a-vit. Act-a-vit. So now it's Act-a-vit. I left. Wait a minute. Oh, so you see why I'm taking this off. Now, because it came over the salt, the fret started doing some weird things. I told you earlier today that the fret was almost at the cutting thing. Now, I had to take the neck off, redo all the frets. There were some dead spots that the lower I got, the more the dead spots became visible and irritable, if that's a word, irritable. All right, so like I said, I put the Tone Monster in here, and it worked. It works. All right, so let's see what's going on. It works. The only issue is, like I said, you have to ground everything in the back, shield and ground, and then reground again because of the pickups. The pickups, they're not set to do a lot of activeness or whatever that word is. And look, they don't take that much. So anyway, all right, so even though I grounded as much as I could, the pickups they're still picking up stuff around the lights and stuff like that. It's just a little bit, but if I was recording with it, I could really hear it. All right, hey, Hootie, can I get you to move over there for me? All right. Thank you, bro. Thank you. All right, so you can't bring the strings all the way underneath the frets. Why? Because the pickups are only routed to be at a certain height. If I keep lowering down the pickups, then the back pickup, the strings will hit the back pickup. For all those who like their bass strings really, really low, like me, underneath the fret for me. And the front pickup will go down a little bit, but that's it on the far bass side. It won't do anything on the treble side. The other thing is the nut was so high, I had to do some stuff with the nut, bring the nut down a little bit so the strings will lay down a little further. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna plug it in, and we're gonna hear it. The Tone Monster does a lot of great things with this bass. The bass sounds okay the way it is. I think it sounds cool. But if you're going to get something like this, you might as well just get you some real cool pickups like Aggies or Barts and a preamp. Right? If you're planning on keeping it. If you're not planning on keeping it, just use what you got. Don't take anything out. Leave the bass like it is. But you're going to have to do some serious work. Because I had to do some serious work. All right, so let me tell you what I got. And I did it for a reason. All right, so we're looking at the bass. I got the volume part down here instead of having it up here. I got it up here because it's more feasible to my mind to say this is the pan part. Pickup pan. And then you have treble down here and bass up here. So you have volume, treble, bass, and then the blend part. I got the cube on pretty much almost wide open because the pickups are really, really low impedance. They really low. I mean, you heard how low it was on passive mode. But now on active mode, there, you got to crank it. But hey, I like the way the bass look. I like the way it feels. So, hey, but so far you can go with it. Look, hey, but so far. All right, so let's start at the beginning. We're going to turn everything off. And we're going to start with the rear pickup. I got the amp on. I turned everything down, y'all. So I got everything around 9. Around 9. Like treble on 9, bass on 9, mids on 9. All right. So this is what. Well, let's pick the seat up so you guys can see it. Okay. So here we go. This is the rear pickup. And we're going to go through that. Now, the other thing that I've noticed is that the frets, they steady coming up. They're not settling down. They actually keep moving. I'm just saying, as much work I did on the neck, the moment I put the strings on, there's one dead spot. And I'm like, okay, that's one. I can live with that. I really can't, but I'm going to have to if this was my bass. Front pickup. Now, I'm going to dial in some treble. I'm going to detent with the treble. I'm going both pickups. Okay, so now I'm gonna go detent with the bass. So yeah, detent with the bass and detent with the treble. I mean, it's got that inner groove thing, man. It's got that guttiness, as a dual chord will give you. Okay, so I got the volume wide open, so we're just going through. So we're gonna keep going. So we're gonna take the treble and put it at 3/4. I'm coming through my LA 12, y'all. Ain't got no only you. I just had to put that out there. So if you hear anything that sounds pretty decent, just imagine what it would sound like if you was coming through an amp with some horn in it. All right, so let's take the bass and run it to like just past detent. You hear I boosted right up? So it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound bad. I mean, it's workable now with the preamp. I just want you guys to hear what it sounds like with a preamp. You also can hear the ground noise. Watch. Okay, so I could keep grounding and keep grounding and keep grounding, but I'm not gonna go through all that. Y'all know, because I didn't shield the bridge. I didn't put a shield behind that. There is a wire coming through to the preamp, and I grounded that off. But there's another opening somewhere, so I have to take my meter and find out where it is. Other than that, it might stop. I didn't shield it. If I'd have shielded it, probably it would have, you know what I'm saying, because I'd have shielded underneath the pickups and shield and ran wires. You know, I'd have did the whole thing. But I just want you guys to hear it with the preamp. I mean, it's not bad, y'all. Okay, so it doesn't sound bad. So if I open the bass all the way up, I get this. Yeah, baby. Ah! You can hear the frets coming up. Hear that? But it's only like one or two, so you know I can tap them back down and they should be fine. But that's what you got to go through and look at, you know, if you get a bass like this from Temu, right? Unpassivated. Oh my God, I said unpassivated. I need to write that down. Unpassivated. Unpassivated? You gonna have some ground noise. Because the pickups, you know, okay. But, I mean, if you put if you put a preamp in here, then it doesn't sound bad, guys. And as far as the feel, now, I've been working on the neck for a minute. All right, getting these frets to go down, knocking them down, and then crowning them back off again so they won't bring blood, you know. And then what it is the bass trying to get used to another country. That's what it is. I mean, you know, you think it came from one country to another country and it came across the salt. If it came across the salt, then you already know that it's going to do some weird things. So there you have it, guys. I'm not going to do anything else to this bass. I'm just going to set it over there in the corner and possibly maybe give it to a kid or something. Definitely going to give it away. Because, you know, there are kids out there that, you know, they want to have a really cool bass in their hand. This is a cool bass. And so I'll just, you know, find a kid that needs a bass and then I just give it to him. Because that's what the Hobo Depot is about, y'all. Come on, I mean, if a kid wants to do music and he ain't got no instrument, how you gonna do it? Yeah, come on, guys. Some of you guys got 250,000 basses in your house. You know, you'd never play them all in 10 years. I'm just exaggerating. But you would never play them in 10 years. And there are some basses that, you know, you need to bless somebody with. So do that. Do that. Be a blessing to somebody, especially a kid who wants to learn, you know. But anyway, guys, that's all. I just want you guys to hear this bass with a preamp in it. So I'm going to put the little cap back on the top of it, which is right here. Oh, the truss rod. And then I'm going to set it right in the corner until God tells me, you know, who to give it to. And then I just give it to him. No biggie. It's a great bass, though. It's got good weight on it. I got to give it that. But anyway, guys, keep praying for the Hobo Depot. Keep praying for the Queen and I. We love y'all. We pray for y'all every morning. Because we want y'all safe. And once again, guys, shut it, cut off! Shut it, Hobo Depot! Okay, that's all I'm going to do to this bass, y'all. Hootie, if you want to do something with it, then it's up to you. I'm not doing anything else with it. I'm done. We have done our great deed for today. Now to go in and get something to eat.